I guess. I'm pretty sure he hates it.
What, being a mean?
Yeah.
Again.
Oh no! So Calibur hates your computer.
Yeah, Discord. Discord first.
Yeah.
Alright, waiting for you, bro.
Okay. Stream. Go live.
Alright, cool. Alright, we in there.
Indeed, that was a good response for blocking the 2K, not going for the punish, but going for a throw to set up an opportunity for an A+B into gunshots. More Oki situation. Oh, great job from NLBC, bringing it back from the brink of death.
Battle 2. Fight.
This looks surprisingly good.
Take this.
Except for the giant mouse pointer.
Yeah, normally when these guys play this matchup, it's a fairly lame kind of game because Cervantes can't necessarily go in against the pokes that Geralt has with too much zeal, essentially, where you're just going to get poked out, more often. You're going to get poked out more often than not. Meanwhile, so Geralt's going to be in the driver's seat for the majority of the match, but one of Geralt's weaknesses is the fact that he really, aside from using meter, he doesn't really get a lot of damage in a lot of situations.
Battle 3. Gotta fight.
That being said, Anders has been having a hell of a time just being correct about everything that he's ever done in his entire life. So, unless that stops happening. So he definitely just did get a sign, though I'm not 100% on how. I believe the first lethal hit that Geralt gets is the 6 BB, and then it's the 1B, and then it's something else that you never see.
God, and that movement from Geralt is just insane.
Yeah.
I mean, Cervantes can move pretty similar.
Yeah, pretty similar, but the pokes just aren't as good. And obviously, once you're in Soul Charge, this is when Geralt's going to actually get really good damage. It's almost going to kill, so he decides to go for the meter instead, even though he has full meter.
Battle 4. Fight.
Down with A+B, but fights back with that RGI.
Now, remember when that would have been a ring up for Geralt?
The good times.
For some people. For me. Yeah, he has that 6 BB lethal hit, but that normally doesn't really matter all that much. The 1B lethal hit is the one that really matters.
A lot of damage for a low.
Yeah.
Pretty in control. Just keeping him in jail, but either way, he's sitting on life lead.
Yeah, Linkorz got that 1-1A as well, so that's going to be pretty tough for Cervantes to get in on.
Stop wasting time. Fight.
Right. Even in rounds, not much of a meter advantage. Oh, good side step.
Oh, didn't get the punish on the 3 either.
Good punish.
He is getting the punch on the 3Bs, that's pretty important.
Yeah, and it's just finding an opportunity to sidestep and do that patented Cervantes 3D punish, but Linkorz is not giving many opportunities to do that.
Yeah, see, this is one of the other main things, is the fact that Cervantes, he does have the 1B lethal here now. The fact that Cervantes doesn't necessarily heavily rely on his, alright, that's going to be the first game. Anders doesn't necessarily, Cervantes doesn't necessarily heavily rely on the Soul Charge, but it is a big part of his game, right? Because A6 is really important.
Yep.
But one of the main things you don't want to do against Geralt is use Soul Charge, because that's kind of his whole shtick, is that the only way that he actually gets big time damage is by you being in Soul Charge for all of his lethal hits to be active.
Oh hey, switch to my feed.
Oh, sure.
Okay, cool.
We're in there with VLC now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, sweet.
Yeah, that's a good point you said about the Cervantes Soul Charge. At the same time, if maybe if EndersJ can convince himself that he can go into Soul Charge and just shoot all the gunshots before.
He can't really do that though, because Geralt has 6A+B for the armor.
Well, that's a frustrating situation then.
Yeah.
So Linkorz won the first one,
Has
right?
the meter for it, yeah.
So Link won the first one, correct?
Yeah.
Is the sound not good?
No, it's good.
Well,
It's good. It's on me.
Link not necessarily getting these tight whip punishes. I mean, it is online, so that is relatively to be expected. He's also not getting the just frame, and that's not even that hard to do. There we are. There's the 3B punishes. Yeah, there's that armor that I was talking about before. If he decides to just let that armor rip until the move actually happens, doesn't really matter how many gunshots Cervantes throws out there, it's going to absorb all of them.
It's hilarious.
Ooh, nice block on the 1K. It's a shame he didn't get a punish on that. I guess he assumed that there was going to be a grab. A lot of tiny pokes. Oh, EBB from Geralt, still pretty good.
Even with his back against the wall, he just kind of just like pokes, just trying to control it, so he's not giving NLBC an opportunity to force the unbreakable grab and 3D mix up. Very good stuff.
Yeah, really solid play from both of them. We've seen this matchup a handful of times from these two players specifically. You know, both of them have done a really solid job as to effectively being the people who are evolving the meta of this matchup. Not to mention they both play against each other so much that they know each other's ideas pretty well.
Yeah, it's like
Interesting that Anders is getting hit by the 66A. When you block Geralt 66A, it is important to note that you basically want to duck no matter what.
after 66K, Geralt?
After 66A. When Geralt does 66A, just like you saw there, the option is to always duck, because his options are 66AA, which is a high-high, 66AK, which is high-low, and 66AB, which is high-mid, but the mid is one of those super slow mids that you'll be able to just get up and block on the action. Wow. Solid poking. If I remember correctly, Linkorz and I have described this as being basically the most boring thing for anybody to watch aside for Link and me. We're the only two people in the world that actually enjoy watching this kind of Geralt play, and he goes up 2-0. Probably what Enders wants to do is try and find a stage that's going to be small enough to where he's going to be able to corral Geralt into a bad position. He hasn't really gotten lucky on stages.
You know what, like, it's it, but like, in a game where like characters can just like get like, you know, big damage on just like singular moves, it's almost like refreshing to see like a solid fundamental character like Geralt just getting all his damage just from a series of pokes and just like being like fully in control.
Is it
and
2-0 Link, guys?
The movement to create those opportunities.
Is it 2-0
Did somebody
Link?
ask a question?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 2-0 for Linkorz, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, so unfortunately, Enders doesn't get a stage that he probably would have wanted, but I mean, you were preaching to the choir when you're talking to me about that, Omega, because, yeah, Geralt is one of the very, oh, he gets the 6K charge, that was awesome. But yeah, you know, when it comes to pure fundamental play, I do believe that Soul Calibur 6 does not necessarily have a lot of characters that actually reward that kind of gameplay. Geralt, I believe, is one of them. And even though most people would disagree with me, I think that Amy rewards that kind of gameplay as well.
Battle 2. Fight.
Yeah, just based on the sheer silence, I assume everybody agrees with that.
With Amy, though, I remember you saying that before, and I'm inclined to agree.
Nah, you're just saying that because you're talking to me.
I don't want to hurt your feelings.
I know how you really feel.
I
Yeah,
hate
I
Amy.
knew it. Ooh, nice with the clash setup. Guess that 3B about as much damage as Geralt can get on a normal hit without meter. Wow.
Great interrupt.
Yeah, just a masterclass on this. And I can't imagine, and I hate to like make this as an excuse, but I think Link would agree with me. Trying to beat this kind of poking game, I've seen Enders able to do it before, offline. I don't know how you're able to, like, because Enders can't even really run up and block in this kind of situation either. So he ends up getting the first real damage that Cervantes has been able to get in this set. But being able to try and beat this kind of poking game online, boy oh boy, I just don't know how they'd be able to pull it off.
And I felt like Enders' soul, like, in each of those lethal hits of 2A plus B. It's like, stop it!
Seems your prayer.
I want to play Soul Calibur!
This is the wrong, and that's gonna be the game. Alright, so Link takes New York Calibur.
Taste my steel.
Hooray!
Yeah, wonderful stuff.
Ever fight a Witcher? Guess not.
Hey JJ, have you ever fought a Witcher?
Yeah. In fact, I've fought this Witcher specifically before.
Just another Wednesday, guys.
No, good times as usual.
I'm really kind of disappointed I didn't get to see Icy Chains play again.
You know, the thing about Icy Chains is he'll always be back.
God, I hope so. I gotta see more of that 44KA zoning.
Well, guys, thanks a lot for coming.